One thing I'm struck by now in horror films is so many of them have female protagonists. And I mean, it goes back to like Hitchcock and stuff. They always put women in peril. But why do you think it is that we like to see women get absolutely, terrified in these movies? I mean, it seems like when done well, it's about like female empowerment, but when done poorly, it just looks misogynistic. But why do you think it is that women are like at the forefront now in horror films? Just kind of curious.
I mean, I think also women being the heroes is like, kind of a... I think women themselves like to watch that.
Yeah.
The
got
girl
that sort of
kind of stand strong and
well, it's interesting too when you look at the demographics of who watches horror. I mean, there's a lot of women actually are the fans of horror, which is interesting. When talking about your question, because the women usually are those characters. The ones in distress. And what is it about women that like to see other women in distress? I guess there is a sense of empowerment.
So I was kind of curious about that because it really is now. You've got in this film and there's been so many others in the last few years where it's it used to be like there was like the chick in the movie, and now it's like now the guy is there to be like sort of like the
come
I
in
want to see a movie where a girl's the killer. Is there?
Why don't you write one and do it?
I know. I want to be the killer next time.
So what exactly drew each of you to this project? What was it about the story and your particular role that really captured you?
I think for both of us, just talking about it, when we just reading the script, I was home by myself. Ironically enough, it was nighttime and perfect scenario. I was scared. I read till page like 30 and had to put it down because I was so freaked out. And then ended up finishing it the next day. And I just like the fact that Kelly, as a character, kind of grew up throughout the film. At the beginning, she's like this.
I read it in the first 35 pages. It made me scared. I mean, I don't really get scared. I grew up on horror too, and I didn't really get scared when I read these scripts. But I read it and it gave me a little something. I watched Willard, which was actually really well done. I mean, there was some real interesting cinematic moments in that movie, and the style of it complemented the script. And I thought if Glenn could kind of marry the two, it would be something cool and a little different. And so I decided just to go to Vancouver and make a movie.
All right. What's Glenn like to work with? What's his kind of like style on set? Does he allow for a lot of kind of improv or kind of like a looseness with how you do it, or is it very much like you got to stick to the script? And all
for me, he was pretty loose. I mean, for me, he was it was kind of just to play around with it. Really easygoing guy too, not too intense.
I think he saw things. I mean, with me, depending on what it was, but I think he had a vision and like he saw it one way and had to like. I know that one scene when we come in from seeing Eve's head, onto the car, fall out of the car, and then we run inside, and I'm on the phone. I was off camera all day, and it kind of just like getting ready for my close up on that, and then when it came around on me, I think I just built up all this, thing inside of me that I just like broke down and I started like literally bawling and couldn't do it, and he like had to like pull me through it because I was gonna do it like that, like where I was crying. He was like, no, we need to like stop. I know how I want this done. You need to be pacing, blah blah blah, and really like directed me like that. But in other scenes, he was just kind of like, go do what you
do what you do best.
Now, in closing, I hate to be like the party pooper to ask this, but our site, IGN, was following Revenge of the Nerds remake a lot, and what are your thoughts about it kind of not
I mean, it's sad because I think it could have been great, and it was a lot of fun, and playing another sorority girl, but this side, the bitchy sorority girl it was fun, and the cast was great. We all really got along. It's unfortunate, I hope someday that somebody picks it back up and actually ends up remaking it, because I think it would be something interesting. And